What's up, motherfuckers? The Worm, son! I'm here on Advanced Warfare, and look, I'm gonna show you motherfuckers how to real bushwookie camp on this. You don't even need to have a shield watch. You're gonna hide in the bushes like motherfuckers from Nam. Look, homeboy runs right by, doesn't even notice a fucking thing. Spray him in his bunghole. Anyway, there's been a new Microsoft policy where they pretty much want to scrutinize and control every single thing that people have to do with Microsoft products, but you're really not going to hear me bitching about that, because the only people bitching about that shit are the ones who are really into the money on YouTube. You know, like, there's a lot of stuff involving it. I'll make a video at a later point pretty much saying what it is, but pretty much what they want is that you can't use their names or their shit, their franchise, whatever. Fuck them. What's been really on my mind lately, which is completely obscure to that point, is, alright, so I've been on Netflix recently, and I always search a lot of shit on the internet. Look at this, I don't know how I got this. I always search on the internet real late at night as to crazy little, you know, philosophical things, and what the fuck would happen. Now, I watched Deep Impact recently, which sparked my interest again in this. If a massive comet hit the fucking Earth, not a big enough one to really kill us, you know what I mean, but one to really screw up our ecosystem. Now, I understand that if one were to hit the Earth hard enough, it would make like a death bloom cloud above it. You know, we would have no heat from the sun, because it would block all that shit with a big black cloud. We wouldn't be able to get any, you know, vegetation life, because there'd be no sunlight, but we can have artificial light. But what it would draw us into a whole new ice age. And I mean, there's been comets hitting the Earth since day one, so to speak. You know, like way back in you could see craters of fucking comets that just smash into the Earth. And it's widely believed that the moon was formed because a comet smashed into the fucking Earth and made part of the Earth turn into the moon. So imagine how big the Earth would be if the moon had never been formed by getting smashed by the asteroid, if that is indeed what they say happened. This is just hypothetical, you know, speaking. But it even says now, in a lot of religions and whatnot have a comet somewhere in their, I don't know, biblical speaking, not necessarily Bible, but their, you know, legends and whatnot. So even in the Bible, it says that there is the comet Wormwood that's supposed to come down and take out a third of the waters, and a third of the people on Earth will die because the waters are made bitter, hence the name Wormwood. Now, this isn't like a religious debate or anything like that. It's just what it says in the Bible. So, would anybody have any ideas as to... Now, it says Wormwood is supposed to come. Now, I'm just focusing on this one real quick, because this one's supposed to be a huge motherfucker, and apparently this comet is so big. If you delve into it and you kind of see what, you know, what the facts are about it, Wormwood hits the Earth and it makes a third of the night and a third of the days disappear, and, you know, all these crazy things happen. And pretty much what that boils down to is, in the details, that it knocks Earth off its orbit. And it would totally... Now, if a comet's strong enough to knock Earth off its orbit, it should theoretically destroy the Earth. But this one is not going to destroy the Earth. I mean, it's crazy to think about, but it's a lot of fun to think about, too, of all the possibilities. Obviously, not doom and destruction, you know, but all the possibilities of that stuff. And a lot of people are talking about mining comets, like literally catching these motherfuckers mid-space. And mining all the... Look at this, where the bushwookie shit comes in. Look, I just run out. It's a lot of waiting, but it's a lot of fun running up and acting like a fucking bushwookie from Star Wars and just smashing motherfuckers. But back on topic, the comets, but mind you guys, it's 5 in the morning, so I can't be screaming at this motherfucking time, son. But what are comets really made out of? These asteroids, these fucking rocks flying through space. A lot of people believe that they have a lot of space age, well, space age being obvious, materials in them, like metals, gold, diamonds. They're not metals, I know, but you know, rocks, hardened carbons and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to think about all that shit going down, because of how terrifying the shit is at one point. And I know everybody's like, why is he talking about comets when we have this Microsoft stuff for it? Motherfucker, this is just what's on my mind. You know, it's just, it's brain droppings. You know, it's brain food. But I'm really interested in the topic of a comet, and apparently there's one that's been circling, not circling, but its orbit's going to get very close to the Earth. They said that this one is a very, actually, big one, coming in 2015, that's going to come so close to the Earth that it's going to go between the Earth and the satellites around her. Look, I just jumped out of the fucking bushes right there. So if it comes that close, will its gravitational pull have any effect on any of this stuff? I'm asking you guys because I'm interested in it, and I'm not going to claim like I'm some kind of fucking super genius brain on this subject. It's just very fascinating to me. A lot of even occultists do stuff when it comes to shooting stars and comets and all that stuff. So it's just very interesting to think about what the hell would go on if a comet or a large enough meteor hit the Earth. How much of an impact would it have, obviously, on the people? I know if it hit, like, anywhere near towns, that they equivalent it to tons and tons of TNT going off. So I'm not saying if it hit LA, would anybody in LA live? No, they wouldn't. But, if it hit, I don't know, Iowa? What about the surrounding, the country around it? Would it have any radiation? What the fuck would go on? I'm curious as a motherfucker. So, please fill me in. Don't worry about all this YouTube stuff going on right now. It's a lot of people who are crying over money, and money is not good. So don't worry about that stuff. Just fill me in as to what the fuck this comment discussion is about, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks, Worm Nation. Pieces.